welcome back to Cine Club. There are some movies that you just purely enjoy. It's unfiltered, unadulterated happiness that they bring to you, but it's also very embarrassing when you tell people you actually love this movie. So today I am going to talk to you about these guilty pleasure movies that we all have and we kind of never mention them, but I am going to tell you mine. Also, this video is my first YouTube collaboration and it's with RollCredits, aka Adelle. I'm sure you all know her. She's an amazing movie critic. She makes these top 5 lists like this video we're doing now, and she's gonna share her guilty pleasure movies over at her channel, and I will link all the information down below, or you can click on the thumbnail right around here. So when you're finished with this video, go check hers out. It's really, really good. I share some of her guilty pleasure movies, but today I'm going to tell you about the ones that I watch over and over again, that they're just so great, but I know not a lot of people like them. So without further ado, and hopefully no shame, here are my top 5 guilty pleasure movies. My number 1 is one I'm very embarrassed to say, and for a long time I thought it was actually a great movie, but recent opinions have shown me that it's not, and that is Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. I know what you're gonna say about the Star Wars prequels. I completely agree. They are not the best representation of the Star Wars universe, but when Phantom Menace came out, I was so pumped for this movie, and I was a kid. I was probably 12 years old, and I was just so excited that Star Wars was gonna happen again, and we were gonna see Darth Vader, you know, from his rise and fall and all of that, and I thought it was so fun. To this day, I think it's a really fun movie. I know it's not great, but I just enjoy watching it. I love the pod racing, I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, I love Darth Maul, and that is one of my biggest resentments, that I don't get to see Darth Maul again. He was such a great villain, and I love the whole thing, Padme, just everything. But it's just like a nostalgic movie, and I still watch it, and I still enjoy it, and now the entire world knows that. My second choice is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I will admit, the first time I saw this movie, I was like, what is this? This is so stupid. I don't know when it grew on me. I don't know how many times I saw it for me to like it, but I love this movie. It is written by Jason Segel, and I thought the humor was just so unique. I loved the way he interpreted a breakup through a guy's perspective. I love that it's set on Hawaii, and for me, I think it was also the first time I saw Mila Kunis in a movie per se. Like, I always knew her as Jackie from the 70s show, so I loved her character in this. She's like this ballsy, no-nonsense woman, and Jason is trying to like maybe date her, but he knows he's heartbroken. Like, he knows he can possibly have an interest in her, and she's a little like, oh, I'm not into relationship things, but they have such a cool bonding and chemistry. I really enjoyed it. It's awkward, it's weird, there's a lot of moments you're like, this has nothing to do with the story, but I can't help it. It's one of those movies that when I'm bored, or I don't know, I'm doing laundry, I just put it on and I know the entire dialogue, and I really enjoy it every time I see it. My third guilty pleasure movie is Clueless. Clueless was one of those movies I grew up with, and I know a lot of people my age feel like it's a great movie. There's a lot of great one-liners. It's such a 90s fixated movie. But I love that about it, and I love that it's that whole very dramatic, kind of cartoonish high school portrayal, something that I never experienced. You know, I always wanted to be in one of those big schools where you have the jocks and the geeks and all of that. My school was never like that. I don't know if it's ever like that, but I just loved that it was set in Cali, and these girls were just like so oblivious to the world around them. And just the silly high school drama, it was so fun to watch. I love Alicia Silverstone as Cher, and I think I wanted nothing more but Cher's closet for at least a whole year. That closet was just, oh, I don't know, I'm sure other girls feel that way, but I was just so enamored with the entire world of these like Cali girls. My fourth choice for this list is a Disney movie, and that is The Parent Trap. Again, it's another case of me growing up and wanting to be friends with these girls. Well, Lindsay Lohan, but in my mind, they're actually twins, so it's plural. But I just love them so much, and I knew this was a remake, but I had never seen the original one, and I thought she was so great in this. It was like Lindsay Lohan starting, this little cute redhead, and we had like the sporty punk girl, which I love, that's who I wanted to be, and the proper British one, and they both meet at camp, they realize they're sisters, that their parents split up, and each of them had one of the kids, and the switcheroo of like going with the other parent to meeting them. I love it, it's such a comfort thing, and the reason it's a guilty pleasure is because I feel after the age of 15, you shouldn't love The Parent Trap as much as I do, but I love it. It just makes you feel good, it reminds you of being a kid, and I secretly always hope that I have a twin sister somewhere who is very rich and lives in England. Or, in a vineyard in Cali, whichever. I'll take what I can get. Now, my fifth and last movie, it's one I can't believe I'm even gonna say because I don't like this particular actor, but this movie really grew on me, and that is Along Came Polly. I am not a fan of Ben Stiller. I have maybe 3 movies of Ben Stiller that I genuinely like. The rest is like, I don't even bother. But for some reason, I really liked Along Came Polly. I love that he was this guy who just didn't take any risk. He was kind of boring, kind of incredibly safe, and he meets up with this girl he knew in high school or middle school, one of those, and she's now like such a mess. She doesn't have a stable job, or her house is just like full of boxes because she just moves at any moment. And they have this really cute chemistry where they're like polar opposites, but she finds something in him and he finds her incredibly intriguing, and I love the dynamic between them. Also, it took me a really long time to like Philip Seymour Hoffman in this movie because I just thought he was so annoying, but now he's one of the funniest things about the movie. When he's playing basketball, he's like, make it rain, and he just sucks at it. I love that. And I don't think I laugh as hard in a movie over and over again as when Ben Stiller is doing like the salsa dance to impress Jennifer Aniston. Oh my god, that just kills me every single time. It's so funny, and I just realized it's not a good movie because I played it to some people and they didn't laugh at all, and that's when I realized this is one of my guilty pleasure movies. So guys, those are my top 5 guilty pleasure movies. Tell me, which movie are you a little embarrassed for loving? Leave the answer in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to check out Roll Credits' favorite guilty pleasure movies. I'm gonna leave a link down below, and you can click right here to see it as well. Don't forget to subscribe to her channel if you like movie reviews and talking about movies. She's so great and so lovely. Guys, that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed telling you about these movies. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you on our next movie talk. Bye!